Hi, I'm Lars Bergstrom with Curtis Stokes & Associates. In my line of work, I get to see a lot of fancy boats with complicated systems and neat tech. Today, I'm excited to present a boat that defines beauty, elegance, and simplicity. The Union 36 is a modification of a Robert Perry design that was stretched and built by Union Ship Company in Taipei, Taiwan. Karen Marie is a 1984 Union 36 that's been meticulously kept and upgraded throughout the years and sits in pristine condition. I'm excited to bring you aboard and show you some of her best attributes. From the dock, you can see that she's kept up in perfect shape. The bright work is all good. Lifelines and rigging have recently been replaced. Going aboard Karen Marie through a gate on either side, port or starboard, brings you to her nice teak decks. You can see the teak decks on Karen Marie have been replaced. The old screw-down teak decks were removed, the screw hulls opened and filled with epoxy, and new teak decks laid using the West system method. No screws used at all, no eventual leaks. The previous teak decks have been meticulously repurposed into things like this nice deck box, all handmade by our current owner, epoxied inside, all repurposed teak. Starting at the bowsprit of Karen Marie was recently removed, sanded down to bare wood, discovered to be in pristine shape. It has received 3 coats of West System epoxy and 3 coats of Interlux epoxy paint. It holds 2 CQRs that have just recently been galvanized and have a new 3/8" chain, 20-inch leads on each one, with an additional 200 feet of chain when you want to go to all chain road. The rigging was replaced about 9 years ago, 7x19 stainless steel wire. The original stainless steel chain turnbuckles built in Sweden were in perfect shape, and so they were reused. The sails are original, and you can see the traditional handwork in them, but they're still crispy, in great shape. They've all been cared for over the years professionally. The windlass is the old traditional manual Simpson Lawrence, indestructible, heavy duty, and has been rebuilt, re-greased a couple times over the years. When the bowsprit was done, it had a new aluminum plate done with new stainless fasteners, all set and working in great shape. If you go back, the lifelines you can see have been replaced. All of the cabin has been painted with an Interlux epoxy paint. The Durad vents were all re-chromed, 4 Durad vents for ventilation. You can see even the wooden blocks are kept in excellent shape. The teak pin rail. The mast and spars are Kemp, which was purchased by Selden Spars out of Charleston, South Carolina. All of these winches have been recently serviced. The standing rigging, running rigging, blocks, the whole 9 yards has either been rebuilt or replaced recently and is ready to go. The main mast had the addition of the Tides Marine Strong Track for ease up and down. The mainsail was fitted with full battens and new luft hardware, and it too is still in great shape, kept covered and ready to go. So all of the sails are original, but they're all still in good shape. One of my favorite things about this boat is this butterfly hatch. It's not only beautiful, but it allows ventilation, cross ventilation, if you're anchored out or in a slip. And it provides a lot of light below. It's easy to open for ventilation. So the traditional main sheet blocks were kept for the beauty. The Traveler was upgraded to a modern Harkin Traveler with a roller car for ease of operation even under load. Karen Marie has a much larger cockpit than I'm used to seeing on a double ender. It's large enough to seat 4 to 6 people comfortably, but still has that small seaworthy footwell that you expect from a real blue water cruiser. Every detail in the cockpit has been replaced or redone. All these teak slats were replaced and glued up using the West System method. The winches have been recently re-chromed, repacked, and new bases made for them. She's got a beautiful old brass binnacle and antique compass, the wooden spoke wheel. The worm drive has been replaced with a Edison heavy-duty worm drive, indestructible unit, and you can see how well everything is kept in there. Turns freely. This helm seat was another thing that was built out of repurposed teak from the decks, all built of teak marine plywood and epoxy, and then teak slats from the decks. The same for this this trunk here, which is the propane housing, all redone from solid teak and kept up. So from bow to stern, you can see the exterior of Karen Marie has been kept in excellent shape and regular refit to stay as nice looking today as she was back then. So the boomkin is the aft platform on a double ender like this. It's a great place to hang out under sail. Solid teak as well, and left to weather, which is typical of traditional boats. Every detail in the flagpole to the motor mount has been again either redone or refit. The aft stern locker actually has a chain locker. You don't see on many boats. This was also redone, coated with epoxy, and additional access added for access down below decks.
Rolling.
The cockpit locker is easy to get into. It too is in excellent shape, and you can see provides access to the engine compartment from here as well as inside. Lots of room and everything just clean and immaculate. While no boat is perfect, I think the exterior on Karen Marie is in really, really good shape. I would call it a 8, 9 even. It's just been kept so nice, and it's been kept with products that are going to be easy for anyone to maintain. She's getting ready to go to the yard for the haul out again and have her bottom done, and getting a full out of water survey as well. So that survey will be available for people that are interested. The only thing that I think on this boat that's nicer than the exterior is the interior. Shall we have a look? The companionway hatch was also redone with repurposed wood from the old decks. It's been done in plywood, epoxy, and teak slats. Slides smoothly. I love the opening teak doors. Nice wide companionway. Easy entrance. Immediately inside the companionway and to starboard is a nice nav station. Several full-size drawers, tons of storage. The cabinet below houses the inverter charger. And then, of course, you've got your GPS, which can swing around so that you can see it from the cockpit as well. Your VHF and additional electrical distribution panel is under here. After that, a roomy quarter berth. Okay. Inside, Karen Marie is got plenty of space in the main cabin. They sort of leave the galley open to the salon to help create even more space and to maintain some connection with your guests while you're entertaining if you're cooking in the galley. You can see all of the bright work in excellent shape. You'll notice lots of little upgrades, nice handcrafted additions that the owner, who's really quite the craftsman, has added. Forward of the nav station, they've made use of this space with some nice drawers rather than just a hanging locker. Another nice thing the craftsman that owns the boat did a really nice job on. To port is the galley. Again, all I can say is simple elegance. There's no refrigeration. We've got a traditional old ice box, nice 3-burner stove with an oven, storage throughout, and beautifully built solid teak cabinetry. Large size deep bins with bronze fixtures. It's roomy enough. I've got headroom even with the hat on. I can easily manage cooking in this galley. So you've got one saltwater bronze pump, so you can use salt water and conserve your fresh water on board. And then a nice antiqued bronze faucet here. And then a third faucet just for the foot pump. So you can save your electricity. I really like this addition, the beautiful crystal bottles that fit right in the catch-all there. Every detail really has been taken care of. Everything perfectly finished, beautiful and clean. So the original electrical panel sits below the companionway. Again, fairly simple. Cabin lights, running lights, a small 110 panel for the outlets and the water heater. There was an additional 12-volt panel added for the modern upgrades like the GPS, VHF, and other. And then a nice new 30-amp shore power switch. 3 battery switches. You've got your house bank, your engine bank, which can be on and off, and then a parallel switch, so you can join them all together if you need the extra juice. Forward of the galley is a rather large U-shaped settee. Beautiful table. Again, this is custom done with repurposed teak from the decks. This is a up-down table. And though it doesn't quite fit like the old table does every corner, it can be lowered down and this can convert into a double berth. Chain plates are covered with beautiful teak. All of the same craftsmanship. You can see that the current owner has dressed up. Hoses, even in the cupboards, you can see how clean and nice the boat is kept. To starboard is a little, what I call a pipe berth, and then a convertible couch. This can pull out to provide more seating or another bed. And there's tons of storage below here. I showed you the butterfly hatch from outside. From inside, it's beautiful and again brings us a nice breeze from below. And even the compression post was covered with teak. Every inch of detail inside the interior of this vessel is in perfect shape. The athwartship bulkheads highly varnished, the hull liner, even the chain plates highly varnished. She's dry inside and free of any smells, partially due to the septic system being completely refurbished. All new hoses, new heads, never been used. It's pretty much as close as you can get to a new boat without getting a new boat. As you go forward of the salon, you've got a bit of a forward cabin. You have a foyer here, a hanging locker. Way more room in there than you would expect. Ventilation in this area is provided by an overhead hatch and an opening porthole. Next to the foyer is a spacious head. So the head on Cara Marie expands into the foyer, making it actually a very large head for this size vessel. It doesn't have a shower in it this time, but there's a drain in the floor, so it can drain. Beautiful brass faucets. Like I said, the head's brand new. All the plumbing brand new. And this can be sectioned off for privacy from the V-berth, or it can be opened up, and you basically have a nice little forward cabin. The V-berth is cozy, beautiful, not overstated. He's made some nice custom steps to enter up into the V-berth, and it can be filled in to make a larger bed as well. And then the head can be closed off altogether, leaving just a nice foyer and V-berth. It really gives it the feel of a nice stateroom on a boat that's under 40 feet. In day use mode, the V-berth is sectioned off, so you basically have a private head for guests to use during the day. There's even a cool little shower hidden away behind this beautifully ornate little plate, so you can shower. So really, all the basic, simple needs that you need for an ocean-going vessel are included in this boat, and in excellent shape. You won't find a better example of a simple, elegant, and beautiful blue water vessel at any age on the market. The auxiliary engine on Cara Marie is an old Perkins 4108 motor. Many people are familiar with these from old British tractor company. Very reliable, very efficient. This one's been extremely well maintained. You can see every hose clamp, everything on the engine is looks like new, and much of it is. We've got a new water pump. There's a new water lift in the back, and the engine compartment itself, all kept clean, neat, tidy, easy to get to the things you need to get to. Really well done. Again, another example of beauty and simplicity. There's access to the engine compartment from the lazarette we looked at previously in the cockpit. From the front here, you take apart the companionway steps, and then there's further access in the quarter berth to the side and back of the engine. Even getting to the stuffing box is no problem at all for a full-size adult. So again, just another one of the things about this boat that's so well done and so well kept. The interior of Cara Marie is absolutely flawless. Nothing's been overlooked. Any door or floor that you open up, you will see how well this boat has been kept and maintained. Not just to the quality that she was when she was built. This boat's been upgraded and cared for in such a manner she's far better shape now than when she was purchased new. This is one of my favorite boats. I crossed the Atlantic on a sister ship, the Hans Christian. But this boat has far exceeded my expectations when it comes to seeing a good blue water cruiser like this. If what you're looking for is a pristine, solidly built blue water cruiser, you owe it yourself to come take a look at Cara Marie.